I think hope is probably the most important thing that an addict can, or someone struggling with mental illness can have as a tool to keep fighting when things look really bleak. And sometimes I feel like the hope just sort of came from kind of like a inexplicable place inside of me or something, like when things would be really bad and it just felt like there was no way that they could ever get any better. There was still like this little tiny bit of hope that was still inside of me that kept thinking like, things could get better someday. As long as you're alive, like there is always hope, and that is something that I think I was able to hold on to, even in the darkest moment.
There's redemption in all of life. If you're breathing, there's hope. If you're breathing, you have a second chance.
We're sort of wired to always be hopeful. I couldn't let go of hope ultimately. I mean, I think a lot of it has to do with, Nick talked about his little brother and sister, but really it's also, it's our family for sure. It's like we supported each other. There's just so much love there that when you have that, there's always hope. And I think that really is really why we made it through this whole thing.
I think what motivates me too is us being a trauma-informed state. And probably my favorite quote that I use with all of the staff that I work with and with our clients is trauma is living with more fear than hope, and trauma recovery is living with more hope than fear. And I think that's what I want to bring to this idea of that there's so much hope, and how do we really get there, just baby step it each part of the way. But I don't know, I want us all to live with more hope than fear.